Hi, my name is Joseph Hawke. I'm a product specialist at ROLI. I'm here at Superbooth in Berlin, and I'm going to show you a little bit about the new piece of software from ROLI called ROLI Studio Player. So ROLI Studio Player is the first time that we've actually combined all three ROLI sound engines together. So here on the screen we can see we have the Equator sound engine, which was the first MPE sound engine in the world. And now we've got the Strobe and Cypher sound engines from F-Expansion. So for the first time you can have them all in one app and one plugin. So this is a VST available for at the moment Mac only, but eventually it's going to be available for PCs as well. So we can browse by instrument, just like on Equator. We can browse by source as well. So if you know you want a digital sound, you can click that and then you're going to get all your digital sounds. Or you can now browse by sound pack, and this is taken from our mobile app called Noise. So it's an MPE synth. All the sounds are 5D, so you can interact with the sound across 5 dimensions of touch. We've added some new features on this app as well. So as well as having 3 sound engines in one app together, we now have introduced a new feature, 2 new features called Smart Chords and a 3-tier Arpeggiator. So Smart Chords will basically add an automatic chord onto every single note that you're playing, but it will stick to the key signature that you've set. So at the moment we have this key signature in an F Dorian, but we can change that to an F minor, for example. And so these show you the chords that are going to be underneath each note of that scale. So if we play a note from F minor, say an F, we get the chord that we've actually programmed into the app. So in this instance it's a 9th chord. If I play another note in that scale, it's going to play the chord that I've set, but stick to the key signature. So it's fantastic for inspiration, if you want to come up with new chord progressions. Even people who don't play the keyboard or have never played the keyboard, they can come up with new chord progressions just by doing this, basically. We can adapt the voicing, so we can have chords that sound good next to each other. Not everything's in root position. You can do inversions, we can do add bass notes. We can also do a strum, so arpeggiate the chord very slightly. So on top of that, on top of the smart chords, we've also introduced an arpeggiator. Now this isn't the same as every arpeggiator. This is a 3-tier arpeggiator. So we can program in how many hits we want to have in the arpeggiator in zone 1. So at the moment we've got 16 hits, playing at a rate of 16th notes, and the direction's going up for 1 octave. There's no offset. So if I turn off the other arpeggiators, you'll hear 1. As I introduce other arpeggiators, we can essentially create polyrhythms using this arpeggiator. So I've just programmed in a 7-hit arpeggiator, the 2nd tier of it. So there's going to be 7 notes playing at a rate of 30-second notes, and this is what it sounds like. We can add a 3rd layer, so let's make this, 12 hits at a rate of quarter notes, and this is what this sounds like. And I'm just playing this with 1 finger. There's no chords being played by my hands, it's just 1 finger, and I can interact with the sound across 5 dimensions as well. We also have some audio effects. So on top of the smart chords and the arpeggiator, we have 4 audio effects here on the screen, which we can control with our mouse. At the moment, this app is in a beta stage, so when we release the full version, which will be in July this year, we're hopefully going to allow those to be mapped to your Lightpad or to your XY pad. So at the moment, like I said, this app is free. It's in beta stage at the moment. You can download it from roli.com. At the moment, it's available only for Mac OS, but we are obviously going to be putting in PC support in version 1. So yeah, it's the new app called ROLI Studio Player. It's bringing together all 3 ROLI sound engines with fantastic smart chords and 3-tier arpeggiator features. Fantastic for anybody who wants to start making music on their keyboard, or even the existing musician to get some inspiration across 5 dimensions of touch on their keyboard. Thank you very much for listening.